Insecurities. Let's talk about insecurities. We all have them. You have them. I have them. Alex, you have insecurities? Of course I do. I'm a human being. Every single human being that you know, friends, family, foe, whatever, it doesn't matter where they come from, fucking Europe, South America, it doesn't matter. Every human being on this planet has insecurities. Okay, you're not alone. Okay, each one of us. You might not like the way you look, the way you feel, all these, doesn't matter. Like, my example, my calves. Can't even see them from here. My calves used to be a huge insecurity of mine since I was in high school, because in high school, I was pretty built. I was trained since 12. So by the time I was 16 years old, I had I had 4 years under my belt of training. So I was wrestling, I was doing jiu-jitsu, boxing, all these things. So I had a good build to me. My quads were good. I was squatting and the weightlifting, but I never worked my calves. And then my girls, I remember this girl, she said, hey, you have small calves. I'm like, hey, it's genetics. And that would always be my excuse because that's what I heard. But in reality, I never worked my calves. I never worked my calves when I was younger. And so, understand, we all have insecurities. It's part of it. There's something about us we don't like and we wish we could change. Now, it's not until like recently, you know, I've been bodybuilding, doing this, and I hit calves, and my quads have always been dominant. My quads look great. They look amazing. And so what I would do to make up for my lack of calves, I would just wear high socks. So I'd wear socks up to like here, because then they look okay. They look decent. They hide the ankle. Okay? Man, look at that calf. So much better. They hide the ankle. And so I would just go to the gym with either high socks, or pants. And so, but I would hit them here and there, and I would see a little bit of growth. But it wasn't until these past 7-8 months where I really started looking at myself and realizing, okay, here, listen, Alex, you have to do something about these calves, okay? This is an insecurity of yours. And because my mentor taught me, it's like, stop flexing your strengths, focus on your weaknesses. And you'll hear some people, hey, focus on your strengths. You know, why are you gonna spend so much time working on your weaknesses? But I don't believe in that. It's like, look at your weaknesses, because that is where your insecurities are coming from, right? And so my calves were my insecurity. And so I said, all right, I'm gonna dedicate 4 or 5 days a week of working my calves religiously. So I have this little equipment right over here, that right here. It's a 2x4 with some dumbbells, and I do calf raises and then donkey calf raises, and that's it. I've just been working them here. And they have shown significant growth. I wish I can really show you here, but they've shown significant growth, okay? And so I got these chucks, right? So these chucks, I don't wear any high socks with them at all. And so maybe 2 months ago, I would go out with like with low socks, a tank top, and some shorts. And I felt insecure. I was like, damn, people are probably looking at my calves, and they're looking at my arms, saying, damn, this guy work legs out. And it was maybe a month ago, some guy over here at my gym, we were just talking, I was not giving him shit, but he's like, oh man, I wish I had more energy. I'm like, work out, bro. Like, you have a gut. Like, work out, dude. Like, I have a gym over here. I can help you out, da-da-da. And he's like, yeah. And at the end, I can tell he was kind of like saying, he's like, oh man, you should work your legs out. And when someone does that, it's like, yo, I know I have a gut, but you know what? You have small legs. And I'm like, yeah, bro, my quads are big, but my calves, you know, I'm working on them, you know? And that's me being truthful. And so people will sometimes come at you and pick on your insecurities because they feel a certain way. You know, I wasn't trying to make him feel bad. I was just telling the truth. He's telling me I wish I had more energy, da-da-da. I'm like, work out, bro. I'm not over here like, hey, man, I wish my calves were bigger, this. I didn't say shit because I know what I'm putting to work. But understand, everybody has insecurity. So 7 months into the training, my calves have grown. I'm way more confident. I'll walk around, that's why I'll lift these pants up now. I'll lift these pants up and put them here so I can show my calves in videos. Because now I'm showing people my calves. And because I'm telling you guys, I've been working them for the past 7 months, and I'm super proud of them. And I'm way more confident than, like, I've always had, not always, but I had a six-pack, but I'm so much more confident and proud of my calves. Why? Because the work instills the worth. And so you might be having an insecurity right now. So the few insecurities that I've come across with some people say your height, okay? I personally have never had an insecurity with my height. Why? Because truthfully, it has to come from fighting, okay? I never looked at myself as a short guy. Some of my friends that I hung out with were the same height as me, and I just had utmost confidence from fighting. And so the first two girlfriends that I had, which is crazy, they both left me for taller guys. Both guys that they left me for were taller than me. But I never thought to myself, man, if I was only taller. No, I just like, fuck, dude. And I just put back into my training. Fighting, learning boxing, because I fought taller guys than me and I beat them. It gave me confidence in like, I'm like, it doesn't really matter how tall you are. Like I can fight you and I can win. And so height, if you have an insecurity of height, understand that is something God gave you and you literally can't change it. Now they're doing surgery for people. That's a fucking different story. I wouldn't fucking get it. But now understand height is given to you. Like you just can't do much about that. So what can you do out of that? Okay. You see this right here? I have a big nose. Okay. You know how many times people on TikTok tell me, bro, this guy's got a big nose. I'm like, thank you. Like, hey, I can't really I could get surgery, but I accept my nose. It's like my grandma has my nose. My mom has my nose. So I'm like, yo, it's like a family heritage thing. Whatever. I'll take it. You know, that's fine. Cool. Whatever. My jawline, check this out. See, I have an underbite. I have an underbite because one of my jaws grew faster than the other as I was growing up. That's another thing. So I get comments all the time. Oh, look at that underbite. Okay, I could get surgery for it, but like I still have a nice smile. I have a nice smile. I'm charismatic. So I overcome some of those insecurities that people might think that I'm insecure about with a lot of the positive things about my life that I can work on. You can work on your charisma. You can work on your body. You can work on your money. You can work on your mentality. You can learn how to communicate with people. There's so many things that you can work. I can't change my height, but I can change my character, my attitude, right? I can't change my jaw, but I can make sure I brush my teeth, my smile is good. You know, there's certain things. So if you're having insecurity, let's say, for example, your gut. You have a gut. Listen, literally wear shirts that show your gut. Take your shirt off more often. That way you're faced with your weakness. Face your weakness, and eventually that weakness is gonna get so painful that you're gonna turn to changing it, okay? I started wearing low-cut socks just so I could look at my calves and be like, oh man, I really need to work my calves out, because it reminds me of what I need to work on. Stop hiding the things that you don't like about yourself, because hiding them only makes you more insecure. When you reveal them, there's a sense of confidence, because you're not hiding. It takes balls and courage to expose your weaknesses. Understand that. So you're building courage. Every time you expose your weaknesses, you're building courage. Okay? And that courage allows you to be like, I can work on this. If it's your stomach, if it's your love handles, whatever it might be, work on that. If you have insecurity of your height, learn to fight. Learn to fight. Learn boxing. Realize that you can fuck some people up. That's my philosophy. If you're insecure about going up to girls, learn to speak better. If you're insecure about your money, make more money. Find a way. Don't just hide your money. A lot of people, I used to be very insecure about my money. 100%. Like, man, I don't have much money. I really want to go out with my friends. I don't have that much money. Until I started realizing, yo, focus on your money. Focus on making your money. Focus on your bread. Focus on your bread. And so I started really focusing on making more money and training people and saving money and understanding that concept. So understand your insecurities, the more you bring them up to the surface, the more you're gonna be faced with them. And either you're gonna go either one or two ways. Either you're gonna fold and keep hiding them, or you're gonna find the courage and change them. And I encourage you to find the courage to change them. If it's your calves, start working your calves. If it's your gut, start working on your diet. If it's something else is it your money? Start getting your money up. Start putting money aside. You know, start feeling like, hey, I have money. Start telling yourself, you know, don't be like, I don't really have money. I don't make that much. Start changing the way you speak to yourself when it comes to money. You know, it's like your insecurities are what make you different, and they're literally the blueprint. They're literally what you need to work on in yourself to be well-rounded. Understand, your insecurities are the things that are going to help you become more confident than your strengths. Okay? I have a six-pack. Great. Big calves have gave me even more confidence because they were one of my biggest insecurities. So look at your insecurities as an opportunity for you to gain that extra confidence. If you have that social anxiety, you have an insecurity of yours, learn how to be social with people. Learn how to talk better. Read this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Really good book on how to speak to people. I used to want to learn how to talk to people better. I used to feel the same way. So I got this book called 99 Little Tricks on How to Communicate with People. 99. I'm like, cool. And I started learning about body language, eye contact, certain questions to ask, certain ways to reply. And so anything that I wasn't really good at and I feel insecure about, I went and found out how to make it better. Anything that you want to be better at, you can find out. Okay? And another thing, just get around people who boost your confidence up. That's what I do for my clients. I'm like the best hype man when it comes to my clients, because I'm always boosting them up. I'm like, good job there, be proud of yourself. You woke up, you prayed, you got your meal in, you got your workout in, good fucking job. And if you need somebody like myself to push you, motivate you, and lift you up, give you constructive criticism, click the link below and work with me. Get into one of my programs, okay? Like, get yourself around somebody that's gonna push you and motivate you. If you like these videos, join my program. It's more personal when you're in my program, you're in my system, and we're working together as a team. I would say just join my team, the Lions Den team, all right? So don't hide your insecurities, expose them, because when you expose them, you're gonna work on them, and it takes courage to expose them, okay? Be a courageous person, expose your weaknesses and work on them, and watch your confidence rise up. With that being said, have a great day.